All right, so
Shit.
I'm gonna get you in. Okay.
I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay, wait. I'm serious this time. wait.
What the fuck?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, wait. Okay. Welcome everyone to this week's episode of Afterthought. This week.
All right, restart it.
I'm gonna keep all this in.
No.
I'm gonna keep all this in. All right, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode. Ty is back in the building, and I can't stop laughing. Ty, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing fabulous, dude. Doing great.
So this week we are watching the amazing movie Coming to America, but the original, because I recently just watched the second one that just came out on Amazon Prime, and I was actually supposed to watch the first one again because I felt like, get a refresher of that one, so the second one gets, you can get all the little jokes, but I didn't. I feel like they were totally different, so it worked out. But I was like, let's go back to 1988 when it first came out and watch it again. So, Ty?
That movie came out in 1988?
1988.
Jesus.
I know. Don't you feel young?
No. I remember this movie fondly. And before rewatching it, I was worried that I was like, oh, I hope it holds up still.
What do you think? I think it did.
Yeah, no, it did. It did in my eyes.
Yeah. I love how some of the jokes that were in the second one, I kind of got them a little bit more. It's funny. Well, what?
I didn't see the second one.
Oh shit. We're gonna have to change it around, guys, because we're not gonna talk about that. No, well, I will say the only thing I will say about the second one in this episode is the fact that when I saw the trailer, this was on the trailer, it seemed like they were playing into the fact that, Black Panther came out, and so they had a lot of Black Panthers themed things. I didn't realize in the first one when Eddie Murphy and Arsenio was fighting with the sticks, I didn't realize they were doing like that fighting scenes and stuff in the first one.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I thought that was just because of Black Panther.
No, I mean, when I saw that, I was like, oh shit. And then obviously it's like, okay, that's clearly not Eddie Murphy. That's just a stunt double. But
well, that was the worst stunt double switcheroo I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, this guy is like 5 shades darker than him.
Yeah, and Eddie's already kind of dark. And this guy's just like midnight. No, it was definitely cool. I definitely felt like Black Panther vibes from that fight scene. But that's it. Yeah. That's the only resemblance really to the Black Panther movie.
Yeah, and I feel like this movie was definitely like the first time Eddie Murphy did that trademark performance where he plays multiple characters, because I think this was the first one where he started to do that, because Eddie Murphy, it wasn't him that started that, it was Richard Pryor in Which Way's Up, and I think he did that in another movie, but he was the one who started playing like multiple characters in a movie. I think it was Which Way's Up.
Yeah? Okay, let me ask you this. What multiple characters does Eddie Murphy play? Because there's was it the Barbers?
I didn't know.
No. I was gonna say, because the Barbers, I was like, oh, is that Eddie Murphy playing as the Barbers? Yep. No, that was him.
It was the barber, and it was the singing guy, with the pageant.
That was him.
Sexual chocolate. Yes. He was like,
I fucking died from that scene.
And it's funny because I was watching it with my parents, and they were like, why he's singing a Whitney Houston song, because they dated. And I was like, oh, I think they did. Yeah.
Really?
I think they did date.
Huh.
Or he liked her.
Yeah. See, this movie's so of the era. That's why.
It's very 80s.
Yeah, it was very 80s. It had the Jerry curls,
the
soul glow.
Yeah.
That scene where they're those three people was like getting up from the couch. You see the residue.
I was triggered. You know, it's funny. I came home from work one day and I was on the phone talking and I'm going around cleaning, like putting stuff away. And I look at my couch. I'm like, what's that on the pillow? What's
Ooh,
that big, wet, greasy ass stain on the pillow? It was my freaking hair grease, but it was that natural shit I be putting in my hair now.
natural, right?
So it was like a big oil spot. I guess I fell asleep on the couch one day. I was like, oh no, not the Soul Glow.
Oh, that's
Soul
nasty.
Glow.
Would you ever use Soul Glow?
Fuck no. I feel like there's so many artificial chemicals in that stuff. It's bound to kill me.
Yeah. That's what they did though, like back then. It was gross.
You're
Like
trying to get the ethnic looking, swirly looking hair,
it
little
was
curls down the
not a
back,
good look.
little hang time.
Ugh, it's like pubes, like crusty pubes. Oh
Oh,
man, but
what else did you like in this movie besides the crusty pube hair?
I know it sounds like I didn't even like this movie. I actually love this movie. Um and it was just funny. Like it was actually funny. It was still
Was
funny today.
Yeah, it still holds up, and I feel like a lot of the jokes kind of were still relevant, which is really interesting.
Yeah. 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 It was honestly like, and this is not, getting political, but it was way more progressive than I thought it would be,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense. Like,
No, yeah,
because the guy's just like, oh, I don't want to date. I don't want to just get married to like any woman. Well, I guess I don't know.
well,
Let me
yeah,
just go to
he
Queens.
wants to be with somebody who can think for herself, and she's a go getter. Although
Yeah,
there was still some scenes that were kind of like, the penis cleaning and the pageant and like the reveal of woman and just being disposable and all that, which I think in the second movie. I'm not gonna get into it, but I feel like they cleaned it up.
okay.
They
I
cleaned it
de-
up.
I definitely want to see the second movie.
It's good. It's really
Is
good.
it
Yeah, it's really good. It's good, but I wouldn't take it seriously as like, you know, high content.
okay?
It's just a big homage to the first one. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I see what you mean.
yeah.
Um, is there tits in the first one? Like
No,
five
but there's
minutes in.
big black penises in it. If you want to see big
Is there
penises.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I'm just
Well,
kidding.
it was like, wow, they're switching it up, real progressive now.
You said tits?
Yeah, there was tits in the
Oh,
first
okay.
one.
Sorry, I'm like, is my mind just in the gutter? Did he? Okay,
No,
never mind.
you remember? There's like 5 minutes in. The chick was like cleaning him. She came out of the bath, the
Her
jacuzzi or
her
whatever.
titties were out.
Yeah, there's two. There's two women. Both their titties were out.
Goes to show you what I'm looking at.
How did you not? They're like, okay.
her hair was amazing.
Her eyes were beautiful. She
Her
looked like a
makeup,
very smart woman.
amazing. She looks really smart.
Bet she does really good at her job. What a beautiful, smart woman.
What did you not like about the movie? Because I personally didn't find anything that I didn't like.
um,
I mean,
yeah, that's
there was one
hard.
thing, but
What?
so if you were watching the barbershop scene when Eddie Murphy played the Jewish guy, if you looked at Eddie Murphy when he sat, oh yeah, he played the Jewish guy, by the
He
way.
played his Jewish guy.
Yeah,
Oh
he played
wow.
oh yeah, Kunta Kante.
He's really good. He's
He's
actually
really good.
really good. Yeah.
I heard that he to test out the makeup, he like got into like he drove around Paramount Studios and he was saying, "Hey, I'm Eddie Murphy" in his regular voice, and nobody believed him. They were like, "Who is this old white guy we're driving around in the cart?" And he was like,
Yeah. What the?
"Perfect,
Holy
yeah,
shit. That's
yeah."
brilliant. Yeah.
But if you notice in the movie in the barbershop scene, when the real Eddie Murphy comes in and sits in the barbershop chair and you see the Jewish guy in the reflection, it is a real old white guy.
Oh.
I was looking and I looked over at my mom. I was like, that's a real old white man. And then it would switch him and you could tell because Eddie's face is more narrow and the guy had a wider face. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what? Well, then why did they just use him?
Well, because he was in the seat. I guess that makes sense.
Yes. I mean,
That's
they
weird. I didn't
they
even
didn't have good CGI back then. So
no, but they had fucking great makeup apparently.
amazing. Which I think this was the same makeup team that went on to Nutty Professor and all his other movies.
That makes sense. See, with
Yeah.
Nutty Professor, I could definitely tell it was Eddie Murphy. Like,
Yeah. Well, when
and
he was the grandmother
yeah, and
and
all
the
that.
mom, and yeah.
What else did he do? There was like a period of time where they just took like a bunch of black comedians and made them dress up as like,
Well, you got Tyler Perry.
oh yeah,
But
Tyler
that's a whole
Perry.
different thing. You
Yeah.
got Norbit. He did Norbit, and he dressed up as Respucia and an old Asian man.
Martin did
Martin did Big Mama's
Big Mama
House.
House and something else, I think.
There's other ones, but they weren't that good.
Yeah. I feel like Eddie Murphy does the
He did it justice
yeah, he does it better.
because he has some funny characters. I used to love his stand up, and it's really good. I mean, now it's dated. There's a lot of things that he said that I think we've grown from.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
Different
he admitted
times.
that. Yeah, but even in movies where he doesn't do it, like the recent one, Dolomite, he did My Name is Dolomite. Amazing movie.
Yeah.
I love his movies. He's very thoughtful. I'll say
Yeah.
that. You know, he's definitely learned from his mistakes from the past, and I feel like he's here just to make good content. You know.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen from him in so long, and for him to come out with Coming to America, the sequel, Coming to America 2, whatever what do you even call it? Like,
I think it was coming the number 2 America.
yeah, but it's stupid.
I think they should have just did Coming to America 2.
Or I don't know. But
what did you not like?
Again,
that's
the thing. It's like
there's nothing to not like about the movie.
Yeah, honestly, it's like, okay, actually, there's one thing I didn't like. And maybe this is like because of time constraint or whatever, but the ending felt kind of rushed, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because then they just it just feels like why would you marry somebody that quickly?
Yeah. She did
this man. He just lied to you.
It's because he has money.
Because you saw how fast her daddy was there sitting at the wedding, and let's get this wedding up
right. And then he was like, so do you really want me to give all this up? And she was like, nah, nigga, I'm sorry.
Sure. Actually, you just made me think about something with the wedding going fast, but just seeing all the people in the movie, you could tell, like, I feel like a Africans straight out of Africa would watch this movie and go, wow, this is so not what Africa's like.
Yeah.
And I'm not from Africa, surprise. But I feel like a lot of people, yeah, I know.
Oh.
Just my ancestors. Yeah, but I feel like a lot of people would watch this movie and go, there's a lot of inaccuracies. Not saying that the movie has to be perfectly accurate, but like I was noticing how many light-skinned people were in Africa, which I know there's light-skinned people in Africa, but I was like, there's a lot of light-skinned people. America, a very American appealing, European-centric looks.
Yeah,
with the hair texture and the light skinned models running around behind them. Like I did notice that. I feel like in the new one they definitely were more aware.
Isn't Rick Ross in the new one?
I will not okay, yeah.
He's in it. He's in it.
Of course he's in it. Because I think in the new one they use his mansion to do all the mansion scenes.
That's ridiculous.
Because he has a scene in it because of that.
Yeah, and his mansion's huge.
Yeah, his mansion is huge,
massive.
Well, big man house. You know.
I know he needs every room needs to be like a McDonald's, a Subway's.
Didn't he lose weight? Isn't he on a diet? And he's like, you know,
he's eating like pears. I hate you.
Yeah. I eat pears and shit. It's me when I'm on my diet. But yeah, no, other than that, that's all I got for the dislikes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Quick ending, but it's not a bad movie. It still holds up.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Okay, but do you have some good would you rather questions?
Oh God, no.
Actually, everybody Ty's just sitting here rubbing his cat. Like,
no, I'm trying to keep him away.
Oh, throw him.
Just toss him across the room.
Stop playing with your pussy.
No, I have some would you rather questions, or more like scenario questions. Mm-hmm. Like, let's say you were there's no like American royalty in America, right? Like
the Kardashians, right? People like them.
I guess. Yeah, they would be considered like princesses.
I mean,
I
I don't
just
care.
I just want to like brainstorm like role reversal, like coming to Africa. What would that look like? What would that be like?
Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be cool if we have a movie where people grew up, born and raised in America, go back to Africa?
It would be wild. It would be absolutely wild.
That would be
Like
interesting.
imagine. Well, first off, Africans hate us. Like
I don't think they do. I think some of them do and some of them don't. I don't think it's like all the way through like they can't stand us.
well, yeah, you're right. Maybe
I
that's
mean,
just
come on.
over. You're right.
I think they want. I'm sure they want us to like see the motherland and how
Bro.
beautiful it is. There's like there's a lot of resorts and vacation spots in Africa that are beyond beautiful.
No, I mean Africa is a beautiful country.
Like I think it's very inviting. I just think that a lot of times the news pits it as like poor and
Yeah.
we need money and
yeah.
our land is stripped for iPhones.
Give us, like, oh, if you don't eat your food, think of the starving African kid. Like, okay, I threw my
with the bugs.
Yeah, the fly on the eyeball.
I'm like, come on, not don't do that. Oh my gosh.
Oh, if you donate 5 cents an hour, you can save
you'll feed little Tyreak.
That does sound like an African name, doesn't it? What would your African name be?
Joffrey. No, my name backwards. I feel like that would.
How would I even Marshall? Larum? I can't even.
I'm gonna type it out right now. Do your name too, because wait. Okay, so LL.
It's already weird forward. I'm not gonna do it backwards.
RAM. Oh wow, I sound Muslim. La Hashma. Lashram.
I kind of want to do mine's now.
Rashram.
Mine's is carrot. Carrot?
Are you serious? Wait. Wait. No, I can't spell your name.
Tyereak. Backwards is K-A.
Oh my God.
Kaeryt. Carrot.
So you're the Karen of Africa.
Yeah. Carrot. I would be the Karen of Africa. Where's Chipotle?
But tell me, would you rather leave America to find love in Africa, or would you rather find love in local Connecticut? Oh, lovely Connecticut. Because I mean, it would be interesting to go back to Africa, but would you actually be open to falling in love and marrying somebody in a day?
In this scenario, I'm single, so just throwing that out there.
Yeah, and this, by the way, Ty has a girlfriend, and yes, from the last episode, I listened back to it, and it sounded like I did not know her. I do know her. I was joking. I think she's lovely. I met her. She's cool. Sorry for everybody who wants to figure out Ty. By the way, somebody thought you were white.
Really?
somebody was listening to the episode. They're like, "Is he white?" And I was like,
"Oh, they're gonna be so mad by my end."
I think he's Asian.
By the N word I dropped. Like, isn't he white? How can you let him say that? No,
but he's like black inside, you know.
I hung out with black people a lot.
I have a black friend.
Yeah,
Marshall light skin. So
first off, I think I'm darker than you. So.
Yes, you are. Congratulations.
Yeah. I'm more African.
Do you want a trophy?
Yes, my African trophy. So to answer your question, I'd probably go to Africa. And here's why. It's a free trip. So I would love to see Africa, 1. And 2, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like because, not from there, I would love to like see the culture, see like how like things are in Africa just in general.
Yeah. But would you
on top of that,
would you want to find, are you open to somebody actually connecting with you? And I mean, obviously there's going to be a cultural difference. There probably might be a language boundary are you still open to finding love with somebody who is
Oh,
foreign?
you know what? I forgot about that language about.
Because even if
Probably
they
not.
speak English, maybe it might be, I don't know. Well, I'm not going to say that because there's a lot of people in Africa who speak English better than me.
Well, I mean, yeah. Yeah,
That's just fact.
yeah. I We have different dialect, we have different slang and stuff here compared to like over there. I don't know. That's a good question.
I
I think
feel
I'll
like
say local.
I feel like local for me. I mean, I am obviously open to falling in love with somebody internationally. What I found as a problem though, because I've been on a couple of dates with people who are not from America, and what I've noticed is just sometimes there's always that boundary where it's like, oh,
Who?
you don't do that, or oh, you're not open about that. Oh, I
So
have
you
to.
dated? Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yes, I have.
You
No,
dated
no,
foreigners?
yeah.
From where?
I'm not saying.
Okay, why?
Well, I just
All
gotta
right.
give it
Well,
away.
all right. Well, give me a
I know
general. Like, is it Europe, Africa?
wow.
Is it in Europe? Can you at least say Europe? Or is that going to give it away?
It's the United States of no.
Is it? Is
It's
it?
Earth.
Okay,
They're
fine,
in Earth.
fine, fine, fine. I just feel.
They're
I feel like I would love to meet someone foreign, just to see the difference.
yeah.
Would I date them like long term? No.
I mean, so I do know some people who are very open to learning about different people who are nothing like them. And for me, I like finding people who I find a lot of similarities to. I feel like it's a mirror. Not exactly. I don't, that's weird. But as far as like family traditions and
Yeah.
similar music tastes, like there's some things that I like because for me it works. But who knows? Maybe tomorrow I'll walk down the street, find some African, and we're fall in love. And
You never know, dude. You
yeah,
never know.
well,
I I mean, it'd be difficult in my opinion because there is that barrier. But I mean, love is different. I personally probably wouldn't. I would probably want to be with somebody that shares a lot of similarities with me.
mm. Would you rather date somebody who is corporate in the corporate world, or is
Corporate? What do you mean by that?
a goat herder?
Oh, so Prince or goat hoarder? Is that what you're
Yeah,
asking?
pretty much. Somebody, I'm trying to Americanize it. So somebody who's in
Are you calling me a
corporate,
gold digger right now?
yes, I am trying to. And you ain't messing with no broke Joffrey.
Oh yeah. um,
Goat
it
herder.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter their profession or their occupation.
Okay.
That sounds
Sure.
so cheesy. I'm positive.
A goat herder.
Listen, gold herders probably make money.
That's true.
Think about it.
Well, a lot of Jamaicans eat goat. You should know that.
Whatever. I actually hate goat, so
I love it. I think it's great until
yeah.
you bite on that bone.
Then you ruin all your teeth.
For the audience, we're West Indian, so we eat a lot of goat.
Yes, a lot
And
of goat.
the bones is not like chicken bones. The bones are hard. They're like chewing on rocks, like
It's
sharp rocks.
it's like steel.
Yeah. I actually have a funny story about that. I used to be friends with this kid, and I took him, white kid, white as white, and I took him to the Jamaican restaurant because I was like, oh, let's see what this would be like. I was like, this is so weird. So I took him to this Jamaican restaurant, and I told him, I was like, well, the goat is
Oh,
pretty
golden
good.
crust.
He like, no, wow, no, it was like a mom and pop. Wow, Golden Crust.
Okay.
Shout out to Golden Crust. And he likes trying like different foods. So I was like, you would like the goat. The goat is really good. I think he was open to it. So he got the goat. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be even better. He's trying goat. So I don't even think we ate it together. I think we bought it and then we went home and I was like, let me know about it. But I remember I told him, do not break your teeth on the goat. It will bust your teeth. We go, fast forward, we go back to school or wherever. And he tells me he has to go and get surgery because his teeth have problems. I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, wouldn't it be funny if it was the goat that I told him about? And I was like,
Oh
no.
shit, dude.
So I asked, I was like, oh well, how was the goat? And he's like, uh, chipped
It's
my
like,
tooth.
fuck you, Marshall.
he chipped his motherfucking tooth on the go.
Oh,
and borderline
no.
shattered his tooth because
Oh,
I think he got excited.
oh no.
I
How
felt
could
so
you?
bad, but I was like, I told you.
Why would you tell him to get goat for the first like I feel like if you're gonna get Jamaican food for the first time, I think curry chicken is probably the way to go.
Oh God, what am I, a baby? No, oxtail, baby,
Okay.
oxtail.
Oxtail's good,
Suck
yeah.
out that marrow.
I'm saying for like a first timer, like your friend.
I would still say oxtail because oxtail is dreamy when it's done right, and you get that fat and that
When it's
gluten.
done right though.
Ooh,
Okay, what about jerk chicken?
jerk
Too
chicken's good,
spicy?
but I can handle spice.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about your
Oh,
friend.
maybe. Well, some people are really into spice, so some people like they like some
Spice.
weird shit. So
Yeah.
they might be open for. But for me, you'd have to give me the oxtail first time for me to fall in love. If I never tried Jamaican cuisine,
Yeah.
you'd got to give me some oxtail. I feel
For
like that would
me,
be it. Yeah.
yeah. For me, jerk chicken.
So
Oh, there you
okay.
go. That's
Look at
our
you.
Jamaican podcast.
Shout out to Golden Crust. No.
Right? Do you remember that place though?
I do. I think they were like trying to franchise it. I think they still are, but I don't know what happened to them in Connecticut.
If you look it up, they changed their like image. They're more like
Oh, really?
yeah, they're more like Hispanic food now. Maybe not
Hmm.
Hispanic food, but yeah,
Like
it's not
very just Caribbean. Period. They're not
Caribbean.
specifically one thing.
Yeah, it's very Caribbean.
Okay. Well, that makes more sense because I mean, uh, I feel like you can really be profitable in Jamaican cuisine or whatever that West Indian. I guess that's what you call it, right?
Yeah, West Indian, I
Trinidad,
guess.
St. Vincent. But
Asian, maybe.
it's hard food to make. It's hard food to dumb down and make it mass produced and franchise it out. Like there's no way you could franchise out oxtail without it losing its flair. You could do it with beef patties, but there's only so many beef patties and chicken patties before it's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
Jerk chicken, maybe, maybe.
maybe
But
curry, maybe.
yeah, but last time I checked, I don't go to the freaking fast food joint to buy spicy chicken.
No.
Spicy baked chicken.
Yeah, that's the West Indian food is so hard to franchise because it's definitely like
Yeah, it's all about the cook.
it is. Got to find that right Jamaican woman.
Yeah.
Whipping it in the back.
Yep. So tell me, do you have a would you rather question?
Oh yeah, we're like
You're probably thinking you didn't come up with nothing.
it's so hard to think of would you rather questions for this movie because it's such a I don't want to be mean, but it's such a like not generic movie, but it's like your typical movie, fish out of water type of
Read it.
which is whoa, which is not a bad thing. Sometimes people like just not simple. How do
I can
like
think of one off the top of my head right now.
Okay, lay on me.
Let me read this note. Now, would you rather date somebody with less than you or somebody with more than you? Look at that. Boom.
Oh, okay. I guess I was trying to avoid just the dating ones.
Well, that's all I got. I mean, come on.
Would I rather well,
somebody
to be honest,
who has less than you or somebody who has more than you?
now like how much less?
Extremes. So broke as shit.
Okay.
Or like rats running around. Or rich, everything's made out of gold. You leave your luggage in the street.
Well, here's the thing, right? I'm already broke. So how much more broke can they get?
Broke.
Then rich.
Yeah, but what if they're the woman of your dreams?
They're like
what if the
broke.
body's like pow, she's smart.
There's no way the body is pal and they're broke like that.
She barks like a dog.
Like from that scene was hilarious when she was hopping on one leg.
No, it was hilarious when he said, what is it? Something like a not a monkey, orangutan, and she was like, oh,
yeah,
oh.
Who was that? She looks familiar.
She's been in a lot. She's an amazing actress. She's been in a lot of movies. I got her name right here. What was her name? Actually, no, I don't. What was her name in the movie?
Came with the notes, dude.
Did she even have a name in the movie, or was she just princess or something? She's iconic. She's so iconic. I don't even remember her name.
She's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
I wonder how old she is now.
God, I don't have that information on me because she wasn't a big character.
I know.
Well, there that goes.
Oh well. What about the chick he ends up marrying? What was her name?
Don't have that either.
Oh man.
Stop asking me things I don't have.
You said I'm not prepared. I'm kidding. No, I know who it is. Her name is I think Shari something. Shari Headley. That's her name.
Oh yeah, I know her. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I know her. Has she played in anything that you've seen recently?
No.
I don't think I've ever seen her after that movie.
No, but she's also really pretty too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're all
everybody in this movie was, including
James Earl Jones.
Yeah,
oh.
James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones. I mean, did you him in those Coke bottle glasses? Oof.
Oh,
I was
the
like,
drip.
Come on, Darth Vader. With that line, when he came out of that car with that big old line with the bedazzled eyes, I was like, come on, Darth Vader. Give me, I'll be your Claudine. I'll be your Claudine. Take care of my kids.
His voice though.
He's got a good voice.
A good voice. His voice is amazing. It's like something I could always listen to.
Yeah.
I would love for them to. How old is he? Oh, he's 90.
No, I think he's like 80 something.
It says he's 90 here.
Really?
Yeah, he's getting there.
Oh my god. Oh well, you know what? When they recorded the movie, I think he was 80. But I think now it's been years.
80. That's 10. No.
That movie's been in the. Think about it. That movie's been, and then the pandemic.
He wasn't 80.
88 or something.
Oh, you talking about the sequel?
Yeah, the sequel. Oh yeah, sorry, the sequel.
Like what? 88. And that's still not just 80.
Whatever. Well, I'm gonna go to the next part that I always like, is the trivia that I found on this movie, which I got a lot. Are you ready for that?
Okay, let's see it.
All right, let's get into it. So the trivia that I heard, and I don't know if it's true, but I heard that
good shit.
The computer's slow. Okay, so Cuba Gooding Jr. was in the movie. He was getting his hair cut in the barbershop. Did you know that?
No.
That was Cuba Gooding Jr.
Was it really?
Mm-hmm. And that, I guess, he had a big scene in the movie where I guess he tells Clarence that he doesn't have any money to pay for his haircut. So Clarence responds by shaving a bald spot in his head. And I guess when the movie came out, he was very disappointed because that movie that was not in there. All it was is just him getting his haircut. And that was, I think, one of his first on-screen appearances in a film.
Really?
Yeah. He was young.
Holy shit. How old was he?
I don't know. Baby. Probably the age of his kid, which I just saw the last episode we just did.
That can't be his first appearance, was it? No.
I think so. Because remember, that's in the 80s. I mean, he was an actor that was kind of making big moves in the early 2000s.
What? He was in
Remember Snow Dogs?
No.
Do you remember that amazing movie Snow Dogs?
I remember him from Boys in the Hood, right?
Yeah, Boys in the Hood, and that was a 90s movie, so that was his come up.
Oh, that was 90s.
He was a baby.
Oh shit. No way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Also, in that barbershop scene, so according to John Landis, he was the director, it was his idea to have Eddie Murphy wear makeup to play a Jewish man. I guess as a sort of a payback for Jewish comedians wearing blackface in the early 1900s. Excuse me.
Yikes.
Which I was like, oh, this is cringy. And how did he get away with it in the new one? But I Googled it because I was like, well, how true is that? There is a lot of instances, even still to this day, where there's a lot of white actors who have tried to attempt blackface. And even back in the day, it was been a big problem.
Even in 2020? Or
I don't think. Oh, I'm sure something happened, but like, I think I one story I remember Sarah Silverman tried to play around with blackface and make a joke out of it. I was like, you know what? When something like that happens in history, it becomes a scar. And there's a
Yeah.
reason why you can't say certain things, can't do certain things, because people ruined it, and and and
Yeah.
and it turned it into an issue. And it's not something you could just make fun of now and act like, well, we moved on. No, if it didn't happen to you, don't do that. If it didn't happen
Yeah.
to you and your people, then how are you supposed to just sit here and act like, well, I don't care? You know,
Yeah.
because if you hear a Jewish joke in a movie where somebody's dragging Jewish people, that would be fairly offensive.
Yeah.
And
I
people
mean,
would get touchy about that, you know?
yeah. It's the
You know?
same way people don't really joke about like the Holocaust though.
Yeah, like that's not something you joke about.
Yeah, because it's too real. Like
No.
shit
Yeah.
shit happened. So
Yeah, I mean, unless you are Jewish, or you're a black person or whatever, and you're making
yeah,
like say, you're whatever it is, and that's
yeah,
something that you kind of, because like, for example, my gay ass, if I make a gay joke, like, that's therapeutic for my ass, because there's some things that I've been through that I'm like, I can either cry about it or I can make fun of it, and joke about it.
yeah.
But you making gay jokes, I don't know. But sorry, Ty,
No.
but
I'm not allowed
I know you
to.
have so many, but yeah, no.
Oh damn, I gotta put my list away. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
Put it away. Put it away.
No,
Also,
I have a lot
so
of Asian jokes.
oh yeah, because you are
Kidding,
Asian.
kidding.
You are
Stop
Asian.
Stop the Asian hate.
Do it.
Don't.
Oh. Well, no, aren't you?
11% Chinese. That's it.
Oh, he got the percentages.
Yeah, I'm pulling out the percentage, pulling out the. I got the.
Is it
I did the
specific?
23andMe thing.
Yeah, same here. It's very interesting.
What do you mean specific? Like
No, like, do you know what type of Asian descent, or was it
South,
general?
South China.
Okay. Oh, so
From
you Chinese.
yeah, from
Okay.
the South. So more like I think like closer to like Vietnamese really, or like Korean South. No, Korean's not even in China. So what the fuck I'm talking about, or is it?
You're a horrible Asian, Ty, by the way.
Pretty much.
You don't even know anything about yourself. How dare you?
I know. Well, it's from my grandfather's side, who I don't know.
Ah.
So
Yeah.
oh
Well, moving on. So, some actors that were considered for this movie: Sidney Poitier was obviously one of the most iconic actors, right? He was originally supposed to play King Joffrey. Joffrey. Was that his name? Joffrey.
I don't know.
Joffrey. He was supposed to play James Earl Jones' position,
Character.
which I could see that, but I don't think Sidney Poitier would want to play in a movie like that. I don't
No?
know. I don't picture him having a funny bone like that. I mean, maybe when he played with Bill Cosby and all those old 70s flicks. I know. Like, it's a hard. I have a hard time watching Uptown Saturday Night because of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and Vanessa Williams was supposed to actually be considered for Lisa
Really?
McDowell. Yeah, Lisa McDowell, which I can't see it with John Amos as her father.
No.
That don't make no sense.
No. No.
They're two different people. Oh, well, even Lisa in the movie was like, "That's your daddy."
I know.
And then her sister looked nothing like her.
Her sister her sister is
A pain.
yeah, they're all dark. She was just like light skinned, beautiful.
Well, yeah, no.
I'm not saying dark people aren't beautiful.
No. Well, I was just saying she was paying because she was annoying, but no, just the colors were told. That was what I had a problem with the movie.
Where's the mother?
Game,
yeah,
she was dead.
Did they say that?
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
did they say? Did they say? Oh, they did.
Yeah, a little bit.
Did they say the mother died?
I think so. I think it was implied because she was nowhere to be found.
I know. So I was like, that was weird.
Well, like, but even if you were in a mixed family, like, and the daughter's that light skin, but black people, we all come out in different shades. But that's because a lot of us are mixed up with a lot of things.
Yeah, and around that time, it was like around that time. When did Martin air?
90s.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Was it? Oh my god.
Was it 90s?
Yeah.
Because they were doing a lot of like light-skinned female protagonists around that era.
That's the thing with the movie that I was talking about before, where like it feels like they always put the light-skinned girl in it. If you ever notice people listening, if you ever notice in a lot of movies, you see the light-skinned character is always the center of the attention. They're always the good one. And a lot of times the dark-skinned character is always perceived as the evil one or the dirty one or the one who doesn't have a lot of scenes. So not the desired one. I mean, so many movies, black movies, which I don't even know if they knew what they were doing, to be honest. But maybe they did. But yeah, but like in The Wiz, I remember watching The Wiz and I remember
Michael
seeing
Jackson.
the Michael Jackson. Eveline, the evil witch, she was dark skinned and had a big nose, and she, her features were intensified and spread out even more. And then the light skinned witch was the good witch, was Lena Horne. She's light skinned and she was in the sky and like. But you know what? It's the same thing. It's still going on today because we love Beyonce. Beyonce earned everything that she got. But I feel like a lot of times the public really picks who they want to be their star. And, you got to be good, obviously. But I think a lot of times the public will pick and choose like, oh, well, she seems nice or approachable. And it's like, you don't understand what's going on in your brain to be making these decisions. Because I'm not saying that dark-skinned women and artists can't make it, because they have. I mean, it's just far in between. I feel like that's changing now. But you can see it in movies where dark-skinned people are not the ones being the winners of the film.
Which is probably why I like Black Panther a lot, because it sort of maintained that like color consistency.
Oh yeah.
Where it was like the dark people are not just bad guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think Coming to America was that, from what I gather from people, Black Panther, it was like the Black Panther of that time. To see Black people in power and being royalty.
Yeah.
And I think
it was cool. It was kind of cool.
It was amazing. I got a couple other facts. I don't know. Do you want to hear them?
I love these facts so far. I didn't even know like any of these. So
they were so interesting when I was reading them. I was reading them to my family. They were like, I don't care. I'll go through them quick. So I guess CBS produced a pilot for a weekly sitcom spinoff. The pilot starred Tommy Davison. So Tommy Davison from Living Color as Prince Tyreak, and Paul Bates as Oa. And the pilot was unsold, but I guess was televised on July 4th, 1989 as an episode for CBS Summer Playhouse in 1987.
So they
wanted from 1987. Yeah.
Oh, so they wanted to do a Coming to America series, a TV show, essentially?
Well, the movie was so big. I mean, I think they wanted to jump on it and do things with it, which I think they kind of just left it as is. I mean, obviously they brought it back recently, but
yeah. How would you thought of a TV series based? What would they even do? Like,
I feel like it would just probably be him and McDowell's, and I think the story will just be slowed down.
Yeah,
right? It'll just be him learning, like kind of like Martin, or like Jamie Foxx with Garcelle, and they've fallen in love, and before you know it, then they're like dating, and all that. Did they even date? I don't even remember.
No.
Did you know Paula Abdul was a choreographer for the dance, the whole dancing and everything in the film?
Really?
Yeah, Paula Abdul. Straight up now, tell me.
Paul Abdul. Who's that?
Paula.
Oh, Paula.
American Idol. She was a judge on American Idol.
Oh, listen.
The nice one.
The nice one. Yeah, okay, I remember her. Yeah, she's pretty too.
Yeah, she's pretty too. She was is amazing dancer. Amazing dancer.
Yeah, clearly also, she did the choreography.
Yeah, last fact. Two. I'll go through them quick. I guess the apartment that they were filming at was actually located in Brooklyn, which I thought was interesting because it did look like Brooklyn a little bit and not Queens.
Oh my God, that was.
And you're a New Yorker, so you know.
I lived in Queens. That's where I'm from.
Did it look like Queens?
No. Well, I mean, it was dirty, but it did not look like Queens. I was like, this looks like Brooklyn. I'm like, get this shit out of here.
Yeah. Okay. The last one that was kind of gag worthy for me was, and so I heard that Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall revealed during their March 2021 visit to Jimmy Kimmel Live in 2000. Sorry, I put the date of the show. So from 2003, yeah. That Louis Anderson was cast in coming to America as McDowell's employee, Maurice, only because the studio mandated a white comedian appear in the 1988 comedy. According to the actors, Paramount went so far as to give them a list of 3 white actors to choose from. They chose Anderson because Murphy and Hall were fans of a stand-up comedy. They did not reveal who the other 2 were. So the studio heads they wanted them to have one white person in it.
Weird.
I don't know if they try to make that a rule that they had to follow or something, but
Probably
because the cast was really black.
Yeah, and it was so weird. Now that you mention it, it was so weird. He felt out of place because
he did. Even you'll see it in the second one. You'll see something like that where it's very.
He's in the second one or no?
I will not confirm nor deny, but there is something that happens in the second one where you're like, why is that there?
Yeah, probably the same reason.
People who watch it, they're gonna laugh because they know what I'm talking about.
Okay, well,
but you know, the execs were probably watching that and like, no, he is not gonna do this movie and get away with it. We're gonna put one white person in there.
There's all black people. What the fuck?
All black cast. That's so offensive.
No.
How could they not put one white person in the movie?
What? This is unrealistic. There's
not
no
like
white
we
people.
Don't do that.
Yeah. Honestly, and it's in Africa. Okay.
Yeah. So
did Black Panther have a white person in it?
1, 2.
Oh yeah. The guy with the arm.
3. 4. Damn, I'm counting.
Holy shit.
The guy with the arm, the white lady who was telling him about the African art, and he said, "This is my people's art."
Oh yeah.
And then the white guy who was like helping them, like he was flying the ship, and like he was like,
yeah,
I don't even remember if he was a cop or something. And then the crossover to the next, I guess, movie franchise moment where they were hiding one of the characters from. I'm not into that whole series.
I am. It was the Winter Soldier. He didn't have an arm because I'm not gonna. Yeah, that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah. But there's not a lot of white people. But that's funny though, like how they're always like people get weird when there's like all black cast. But meanwhile, there's so many movies out right now where there's like no black people.
Yeah, and then when you add one black person, everybody's like, whoa, try and get political.
Try to make this a black thing.
Well, I didn't know being black was political.
Yeah, just here living, being amazing.
Just being me. I guess I was
doing me.
Designed to be a political tool. I don't know.
Yeah.
So those were really interesting facts.
Yeah, really, really interesting stuff that I found. So that's what I heard.
Yeah. I have none. I didn't. I tried.
You're so good at this.
There was like nothing when I looked it up, but it was a really good movie though.
Yeah. I mean, any final thoughts on it? I mean, overall, I just think this movie I think it was good for its time. Obviously, some things, aged out and probably wasn't as funny as it was years ago. I think the only final thought that I had was it was beautiful. The soundtrack was great. I get why people love it. I still have a hard time making this my most favorite movie. It's not my most favorite movie. No. I think overall, I would rate this a 3 out of 4. If I were to give it a rating.
Go ahead.
No, and also I just thought it was funny that fast food restaurants all look the same back in the day. They all look warm and cozy, and they look like you know how restaurants used to look back in the day? I just find that so funny because nowadays, like McDonald's looks so sterile and clean and plasticky, and back in the day, everything was like wood and brick and wooden chairs. And
really, because I feel like back in the day everything felt greasy and
everything looked greasy and dark
and slimy. Yeah,
like a bar.
Yeah. Like a bar,
like there was carpet.
I can't believe they name dropped McDonald's, by the way. And
so I heard McDonald's was a part of it. They were in on the joke.
Really?
Yeah, I heard that McDonald's signed off on it.
You know what I heard? Actually, sorry, this is a little fact. I don't know if this is true, but I heard this once, is that they specifically chose McDowell because they couldn't use McDonald's likeness. But I believe the restaurant they used was an actual McDonald's, though.
So what I heard was it was a Wendy's that they filmed in. They actually filmed in a Wendy's. And there was a scene in the book where John Amos' character was actually looking through a McDonald's handbook, and it was a McDonald's man handbook. So I think that McDonald's was in on the joke. So I guess corporate must have not told McDonald's in surrounding areas because there was a McDonald's down the street that saw that they were doing that, and they were taking pictures and saying, "We're going to sue you." Like there was a whole big thing,
Yeah.
and they even put in the movie where they had a guy taking pictures.
Yeah.
McDonald's. So it was actually a big kerfuffle because I guess corporate did not pass down that message, but they were in on the joke.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome though.
They were very much. If you look at the scene where he was looking through the handbook, and then they called him, and he tried to hide the handbook. It's a McDonald's handbook.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's great. My closing thoughts. Love the movie. It used to be my favorite movie, but it's not anymore. Other good movies came out afterwards. It was one of those movies that when I was younger, it would play in the background a lot,
Okay.
like on like those channels like AMC or ABC or whatever. So I would always see bits and pieces of it, and it was funny. Like these bits and pieces, like, oh, it's a funny movie. So I've never actually seen it like fully through. I mean, I have, but watching it now definitely made me appreciate Eddie Murphy a lot more because he's very talented. I didn't even realize he was the barbers or the Jewish guy. So that shocked me.
Arsenio Hall played all the other characters too.
Oh yeah, he played that. He played himself, but like as the ugly girl.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he played the ugly girl.
That was good. He's a good actor too. I forgot about him too.
He's really funny. I wish I would see him in more movies because he's a funny comedian.
Yeah. Oh man.
Even in the new one, I think you would appreciate the new one because he plays some interesting parts as well.
I definitely want to see the new one.
Yeah.
I think
we might have to do a part 2 on this and watch the new one.
I was just about to say because like after this, I think I'm gonna start watching the new one. Because if you say it's good, I was worried it's not. That's what I was scared of.
I think it's definitely like Adam Sandler, how he puts out his movies and they're fun, but they're like, don't take it too seriously.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Okay.
Don't memory lane, but
yeah.
Oscar.
Okay.
I don't want to ruin it. No, I won't say that.
I'll watch it and then we'll talk about it maybe.
Okay. I know I pretty much this could have been an episode for the second one too because I keep saying I'm not going to talk about it. I keep talking about it.
And then we talk. Yeah. Okay.
What would you rate this movie? Final rating out of 4 stars. What would you rate this whole Coming to America?
So you gave it a 3. I'm giving it a 4.
Oh, okay.
So I honestly, it's a solid movie. It's just solid. The pacing's good. The acting's good. The writing's good. It's funny still. Like you said, there's some parts that don't hold up, but I think that's just like of the era. And if you look at it, if you view it as an 80s movie, late 80s movie,
that's what I did. Yeah.
Then it's just a good movie. So
yeah, I agree.
I'm just gonna say 4. Fuck it.
All right. Well, you heard it from Ty and me. I gave it a 3 and he gave it a 4. And Ty, thank you for coming on another episode of AfterThought.
No problem. Thank you for having me on again.
I love it. I was listening to our past episode and I was listening to the after show specifically.
Oh God.
And when I tell you guys, I don't laugh at myself. Just like I mean, one thing I find annoying is my little nervous laugh that I do. Y'all notice when I do it sometimes. I'm like, ha ha. Yeah. I know that one. I genuinely laughed when I listened to our episode. I thought it was really hilarious. You're funny, Ty.
Same, actually. No, I'm not.
You're funny. I know you're like, I hate it. I think your laugh. I hate it too. I think your laugh is actually sincere and it's one of those laughs that once you laugh, it's infectious, and I feel like everybody laughs.
Yeah.
So
it's too infectious. It's a disease. I'm just passing it on to other people.
COVID laugh. Well, I'm dying now, so I have to go.
Bye.
Well, all right, guys. This is another episode of AfterThought. Thank you, Ty, for coming. I'm going to continue laying on my couch and probably pop in another movie to make another episode out of. And I'm going to say all the socials and all the interesting facts after this episode because I'm too lazy to think of it now. So have a good one. See you in a little bit. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Ciao.
There I go with the nervous laugh. Bye. Thanks for listening to another episode of AfterThought Podcast. You could follow AfterThought on Instagram at AfterThoughtPod. You can also email the show at afterthoughthub, that is afterthoughthub at gmail.com. If you want to follow Ty, he has an Instagram. His Instagram is TyeAnArtist, TyeAnArtist. Other than that, we are now on all major podcasting platforms, so you can subscribe to Apple Podcast, Spotify, Anchor app, all of them. So definitely get into that if you're not much of a YouTuber. We're still putting the show up on YouTube, so that's not going anywhere for now. Other than that, have a good one, guys. See you next time.